Good morning and good morning. Hope everyone's well and staying safe. What a cracking morning we've got here. It's about 8:30, it's Thursday the 23rd. You can see we're still on low tides and that. Can you see down there? That's how low it is. Remember when we tried to get round the back of North Pier the other day? It looks like you could, doesn't it? But there's them channels that is out so far. And then if you saw yesterday's video when I did with the high tide at nearly 10 metres it was in the end, I'll put that one on follow that bike. If you're not on follow that bike yet, please do so, like and subscribe, and of course to this channel as well, old Blackpool bike, if you don't mind liking and subscribing, does help. Tiny minute channels like this one. If you look over to that way, see if it's coming out, let it just steady. I've not got gimbal or anything with me, it's just me and the phone, but I can't keep it that steady, to be fair. Hopefully it's just misting over a little bit, but that should just be coming out. That's Barrow, Walney Island and what have you at the end, the Lake District, the wind farm, that's the shining in the sun out to sea there. And then just past there you'd be able to see the Isle of Man if I had a decent camera and not just a phone. Yeah, that is well far out again. So we're still at high and low, really high and really low tides at the moment, obviously. And one day I will go back round the back of the pier, you know, on the beach part. It's going to happen. Even have to put wellies on, biker wellies. In fact, I'll put some boots on, some biker boots on, and go round. Yeah, so just a quick early morning one for you, show you what it's like. It's a gorgeous day. Look, there's not a cloud in the sky really. That's panning round, even though you can't tell because it's all blue. Not like the day. The day's nice. So, yeah, I've still got to put a video on round the back of Central Pier and at the very, very low tide. I've still got that one, so I might put that one on later today. Really good video, because it was getting later. It was about 5:30 by that time when I was coming back, and the tower's shimmering in the water and everything, you know, what's been left by the tide. Enjoyed them ones. But yeah, I can make out from here at the back of the pier, there is them channels that I was showing on the video from, was that yesterday or the day before? From yesterday, you know, under the pier and that. Yeah, it was yesterday. Getting mixed up with videos, I've done a few lately. You know what days are actually put on. Your grammar's brilliant, biker. What a cracking day though. Really calm. The wind from yesterday obviously has now died down, obviously. Just got a jacket on, well, you know, t-shirt and that, obviously, and pants. Honestly, I'm not getting done for what a cracking morning. The Kenricks have still got the old Parisian up for sale. I forget how much they wanted for it, but it's not the asking price, is it? It's what it's going to cost to have them done up. The big hotels, do you know what I mean? Look at the size. You're starting from there, there, and there. So you've got like 4 blocks, if you will. You wouldn't think round here, though, it used to be the posh area, would you? I think I've said before, it was a posh area. Even up this end, there was no alcohol allowed and what have you. It's weird how they used to do things. You used to have to pay to get up this end as well. There used to be, you know, where you had to pay so much, 1 and 6 or whatever it was in them days. Round about where we are now, to be fair. It would have been, you know, like the toll to get up this end. North Pier was twice as much to get out. That's what I forgot to mention yesterday. When they built Central Pier, which was originally known as South, until they built South Pier, of course. And then, obviously, what we know now as Central went to Central then, but it was originally known as South. So, when they built Central Pier, it was half the price. That was like the working man's pier, if you will. You know, because it was back in the days of the Wakes weeks. I mean, I was born in Nottinghamshire, and everyone used to have, you know, the miners and the mills from West Yorkshire and the Yorkshire areas, and obviously Manchester and Burnley and Bradford, and, you know, they'd come over and you'd have like a week or 2 weeks. It used to be a week, didn't it, originally? So that's why everyone ascended at once, because it'd be everyone coming for that 1 week, if you will. So they'd shut the mills down and everything. And that's why I have said before, if you've seen Central Station, the history of Central Station, that's all been redeveloped now as part of the £300 million project, where the car park is now, used to be Central Station, originally the Hounds Hill Station. That's where, if you come to Blackpool and you go into the Hounds Hill Centre in the town centre, that's why it's called the Hounds Hill, because it's after the Central Station, before Central Station was called Central Station. Oh, that's all making sense. I know what I mean, but thousands don't. Millions don't, Michael. What are you on about? Yeah, so down that end, yeah, so you'd be, and that's why with the Wakes weeks and what have you, that's why Central Station was the busiest in the world in 1911, because you can imagine everyone's coming at once. So it was 1911 when Central Station was the busiest in the world. Knocked down, of course, due to the beaching reports of the 60s, 63 I think, something along those lines, about 63. Originally meant to be North Station being knocked down, but they knew at the time, or they thought at the time, due to lobbying, they said no, we want Central Station being knocked down, not North. So yeah, I've got to do an update on North Station, to be fair. I'm going to walk back up a little bit. That's Cocker Street there. Named after Dr. William Cocker. We're going to go down to Stanley Park as well. Down in Stanley Park, you've got the clock tower. A lot may have been in Stanley Park and seen the clock tower. You see that? That's actually a memorial to Cocker. It's a Cocker memorial at Stanley Park, if you've ever been and seen the clock tower there. And at one time, you used to be able to get in there as well. I think they still do open it, but only on, you know, they might have the occasion where they'll say, you know, come along and if you wish, and we'll open the clock tower. Now and again, anyway. So yeah, bike is feeling alright this morning, not too bad. Hopefully on the mend now. Ooh, Yeah, the sun's out, but you just getting. I've just got in the shade now, and it is a bit nippy on the old hands. So it's not. Apparently, it's getting a bit cooler this week. Coming next week, if you know what I mean. But look at the sky here. Look out to sea and the beach. Can't go wrong with that, can you? That is just... I need to clean this phone as well. With the sun shining on it, you can see all the dirt on the phone. You're a dirty young biker. Yeah, so hopefully it's going to be a sunny day. Yesterday it started off nice, and then when I went out to do the high tide video, I did a couple actually, so I've still got one from there. But oh, and there's bad news. I don't know how to say this. I've lost Fluffy. Well, when the sea were coming over, the tide were coming over, I must have knocked Fluffy off of the mic yesterday. You know, the Fluffy bit off of mic 1. I've still got the other ones, but the wired mic, I've lost Fluffy. It must have just, it was like that windy yesterday. I did search for Fluffy, but so it's a sad day. I'm sure we'll get over it somehow, but it means there's no wind protection for mic 1 at the moment, and you always need protection. I'll stop it, Mike. Oh God, it's too early. It's too early. Anyway. Anyway, we'll leave it here. Hope everyone's doing well. Let me know how everyone is, will you? Let me know if it's sunny where you are, if it's not so nice. Hopefully we're going to have a good day here. I'm getting out later. I've got a couple of vids to put on from the previous couple of days, to be fair, but it's nice to do an early morning one, isn't it, should I say? I told you my grammar was terrible. Anyway, this is getting a bit long for an early morning. Here's a tram. The plane. It's a tram. Anyway, a daft early morning walk. Most of all, stay safe. You know what it is. Have a cracking day.